In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
All right, fans, welcome to Beresford High School, home of Cortland Karn Stadium, for this Big East matchup between the 11B Flandreau Fliers and the home 11A Beresford Watchdogs. Highly anticipated matchup here. Again, Big East Conference matchup. Beresford has recently moved up to Class 11A this year, so it is not the 11B matchup that we saw last year. Those that were here last year remember the Rain Bowl that we finished this game about 1 a.m. in the morning. It was a Saturday game, rolled over into Sunday morning, and it was quite the memorable experience for the students. So, brand new production here at Beresford High School. This is our first time doing a broadcast and a video stream on liveticket.tv. So we're really excited about the opportunity to partner with Live Ticket and bring to you what we hope to bring a number of broadcasts on Watchdogs liveticket.tv. We'll have a few other people kind of jumping in with me throughout the night here, but I will be doing the lion's share of the broadcast. Helping us out tonight is Gavin Stewart on the camera. He's a student here at Beresford High School. And then also on the production team here is Renee James, working the production side and camera angles and commercials and those kind of things. So, again, super excited for this opportunity to bring this first broadcast to you. Those joining from Flandreau, you're obviously well-versed in the live ticket broadcast. Flandreau Flyers coming to this game 2-2 on the season. A couple tough opponents to start the year. 7-20 loss against McCook Central Montrose, and then they followed that up in week 2 with a 6-30 loss against Bridgewater Emory Ethan. But picked up an 8-2, looks like a tough fought-out win there against Parker, and then a 28-12 win against Baltic. So that's the 2-2 record that got the Flandreau Flyers to this point. Beresford comes into the game with a record of 2-1. Picked up a win against Millbank, opening game of the year. Had a hard-fought battle up in Canton. That was a highly sought-after game that year. The last week. That week, Beresford pulled out the victory, 7-6. And then last week, Beresford traveled to Winter, number one ranked team in 11B. Hung in there, it was 8-0 at halftime, and then a couple big plays in the second half, broke it open a little bit. But Winter pulled off that victory, 22-0 over the Watchdogs. So I think tonight we're looking for the Watchdogs to bounce back, regain a little focus. And, again, hopefully the senior leadership and the coaching staff has got them mentally focused back in. It is a tough week. It's homecoming week here in Beresford. The coaches probably talked all week about the number of distractions and things going on with homecoming week and what that brings with it. So, again, senior leadership and the coaching staff getting focused back on this opportunity for the Watchdogs to right the ship as they look to bring themselves back into playoff form here is kind of, I think, what they're targeting and looking at. A little bit of a change here for the Watchdogs as they're used to playing in 11B where the top 16 teams made it into the playoffs. In 11A, it will be the top 8 teams that will make the playoffs. So play one extra regular season game, and then your regular season standings will get you into the playoffs. So as they currently sit right now, if you're looking at the top 8 in 11A, it's Dell Rapids going into tonight, number 2 West Central. Beresford and Canton tied at 3 in the 4 slots. Lennox bringing in number 5. Sioux Falls Christian, number 6. Dakota Valley at number 7. And then Belle Fourche and Madison kind of battling out for that 8th spot right at the moment in 11A. If we swapped over to 11B and you looked at kind of what's going on there, again, the top 16 teams will make it in. Currently, Flandreau sits tied at one of those 16 spots, so they'd be looking to travel in the playoffs if we ended this week. Again, a lot of games to play yet for both squads, but that's kind of what they'd be looking at. Big games I kind of had marked here for 11B, McCook Central Montrose and the Elk Point Jefferson Huskies. That's going to be a pretty big game tonight in 11B. That's number 2 and number 6. And then Bridgewater, Emory, Ethan, and Sioux Valley be another matchup of 7 and 12. Big game in 11A tonight that I think people will be watching or looking on is Dell Rapids and Canton. That's 1 and 4. So be a big opportunity for those squads to face off and kind of see where they land. In Beresford here, we are working on the starting lineups. And, again, the pageantry of homecoming. The Booster Club does have a giant flag out in midfield, so we'll be doing the anthem shortly. We'll also have the Beresford VFW and Legion raising the flag at the new flagpoles in the northeast corner. We'll take you through the starting lineups here. I think we have just enough time to get through that. Starting lineups for the Watchdogs on offense will be Cooper Nelson, Landon Shirk, Jackson Tadlock, Alex Jensen, Aaron Larson, Zach Bowden, Peyton Friedrich, Gavel Valder, Michael Shagrud, Jake Goblish, and Tate Van Otterloo. Defense for the Flyers will be Brendan Peterson, Thiessen Burgraff, Paul Parsley, Ethan Hoffman, Ben Ballard, Colby Peters, Lane Johansson, Carter Hedrick, Caleb Pitzenberger, William Lone Bear, and Gage Ballard. Watchdogs are wearing their alternative uniforms tonight, so they've got the black tops with the white bottoms. Again, alternative unis for homecoming night is kind of what they decided to pull out of the closet tonight. Flandreau Flyers will be wearing their white tops with their champagne bottoms. We will take a quick pause here as we do have the national anthem performed by the Beresford High School Band under the direction of Mr. Brian Leemaster. We will have the flag presented at midfield here and also the raising of the flag at the new flagpoles in the northeast corner by the Beresford VFW and American Legion. All right, that's the anthem. We've gotten through the starting lineups. Again, homecoming week here in Beresford, so a lot of festivities, a lot of excitement. A little rain here this morning, but things really did clear off for a really nice parade opportunity. The Beresford Foundation is doing a pork loin tailgate feed out there, so a great supper for those who came early. Can't see it in the camera, but we do have a pretty nice crowd filling in here on a nice evening. It's about 78 degrees, very little to no wind, as you'll see in the far flags. We will have the coin toss here. The officials for tonight, the referee is Matt Heeb. Umpire is Jeff Freeman. Head linesman is Eric Stoll. Line judge is Thomas Hoglid. And the back judge is Tyler Knowles. Do have a little royalty getting recognized down on the track, it looks like, before they do the coin toss. So they're going to do a quick royalty recognition on the track. Probably, again, a good opportunity to recognize our crew here and putting this production together. Again, our very first production here with Watchdogs, LiveTicket.tv. Again, we're excited to partner with LiveTicket.tv. On the production tonight is Gavin Stewart running the camera, Renee James assisting with the production and technical components. Jody Brozick might jump in shortly here and do a little bit of commentary and introduce himself. And my name is Jared Olson. I'm the business manager at the school. Looking ahead, if we're kind of, while they do a little bit of this introductions here, we'll kind of look ahead to what's next for each of these teams. After tonight, Beresford will travel to Lenox and take on the Orioles. They'll be home against Del Rapids, which will be another huge game on the schedule, as they are the number one ranked or seeded team on the South Dakota High School Association rankings. They will then travel to Sioux Falls Christian. They'll host Dakota Valley, and then the final game for the Watchdogs. Again, we're used to 8 regular season games. We'll get 9 regular season games this year for the Watchdogs in 11A. The Watchdogs will travel to Lakota Tech, so it'll be quite a trip for the Watchdogs as they head out to take on Lakota Tech. Coming up after this for Flandreau, again, they've already got 4 games in. This will be their 5th game, so they'll be starting the second half of their season. They will travel and play the Huskies next week, so 2 tough weeks in a row here for the Fliers. And then they will they will travel again to see the Jim River Trappers. That is Menno, Scotland, the Jim River Trappers. And then they'll finish up their season in October hosting Sioux Valley. Got the official coin toss going on. Got the king and queen along with some of the other senior leadership on the Watchdog squad. Looks like Queen Rolke is actually going to be flipping the coin, so let's see if this works out favorable for the Watchdogs. They are looking at the Watchdogs. The referee is tapping the Watchdogs. They're going to defer to the second half. Flandreau Flyers will take the ball. So again, we have Watchdogs winning the toss. They defer to the second half. Flandreau obviously takes the ball, and Watchdogs will be on defending the south end zone. And we'll kick off to the Flandreau Flyers here to get this thing going at Cortland Carnes Stadium in just a moment here. Coaches for the squads here. Head coach for the Flyers is Josh Edlund, and head coach for the Watchdogs is Scott Ebert. Flandreau Flyers assistants are Garrett Carr, Joe Parsley, and Blake Savvy. Assisting the Watchdogs is Brandon Chestnut, Arlen Lickness, Adam Nelson, and Owen Ronaldo. All right, we got the squads out on the field here, back deep for the Flandreau Flyers. Their returners are number 21, Lane Johansson, and number 7, Ethan Hoffman. Kicking off for the Watchdogs is number 4, that's Tate Van Otterloo. He is also the quarterback and does a lot of the punting for the Watchdogs. Van Otterloo looks right, looks left. Gets a pretty good kick. He's going to send it over to the right side. Does go off one of the Flandreau Flyers' feet. Does kind of regain ground before he's brought down, kind of tripped up there and officially brought down by number 82, Seth James. Ball was returned there by Lane Johansson, and Johansson picked it up at about the 16-yard line. Did break loose and bring it out to the 23. So the Flandreau Flyers will start their offense 1st and 10 from their own 23-yard line. In shotgun formation is the quarterback, number 17. That's Paul Parsley. Hands the ball off to number 7, Ethan Hoffman, for a gain of maybe a yard or two. He is wrapped up there by number 55. That's Tadlock. We'll call it a gain of 2. It'll bring up 2nd and 8 for the Flandreau Flyers. Parsley again in shotgun formation. He's got a couple split left, a split right. Pitches it out to the left side. Again, gives it to his back, number 7, Ethan Hoffman. That's no gain on that play for Hoffman, so it'll be 3rd and 8 for the Flyers. Big 3rd down here for the Watchdogs. Set the tone early if that's what they're looking to do. And again, I think after last week in the second half in winter, I think the key here for the coaching staff is probably to set the tone early. And Coach Ebert would probably like nothing more than to get a 3 and out here for the Watchdogs. Tight formation on the left, motion to the right. Fakes a dive, gets it out to his backs, leaking out of the backfield. Coverage is there, and that was on the tackle and coverage. Number 9, Ryan Svegan. Svegan's a junior. Gave up about 3 yards, but it's enough to force the Flyers into a punt situation here with 4th and about a long 3. Back deep for the Watchdogs is Tate Van Otterloo. Mid-back is number 81, and that is Jake Goblish. And back doing the punting for the Flandreau Flyers is Carter Hedrick. Hedrick's a sophomore. Snaps a little low, almost had his knee down on the ground, but he did pick it up with his knee off. Watchdogs are just going to get away from it. It is a favorable bounce for the Flyers, but Watchdogs are going to take over in pretty good field position. Exactly what the coaches could have asked for here if you're Beresford. Force a 3 and out. They're going to start 1st and 10 from their own 41-yard line. Van Otterloo's been over. He's gotten the play from the coaches on the sideline. He's going to break the huddle here. Watchdogs are going to go a tight formation on the right. 2 backs. Van Otterloo is under center. Fakes the dive to Bowden. Hands it off to Peyton Frederick. He goes off right tackle for a gain of 9, 19. Gain of about 24, 25 yards there by Peyton Frederick. Frederick's a hard runner. First and 10 Watchdogs. They're now into Flyer territory on the 36-yard line. double wing. Vanadalu's under center. Gets motion. Pitches it to Stenin. He's working off the left side. Finds a little opening. Gain of about 8 yards on the play for Stenin. So nice blocking by the lineman leading out front there on that motion sweep. It's going to be 2nd and 3. We'll call it a gain of 7. It's going to be 2nd and 3 for the Watchdogs. Benadalu, quick dive to, I think that's Bowden up the middle. He's quickly met by a couple defenders. That's 52 and 55. 52 is Caleb Pitzenberger, and 55 is Jonathan Schrader. So nothing there for the Watchdogs on that quick dive or quick hitter. Both of those defensive tackles were there and met that play for no gain or maybe even a loss of 1. They've got it marked as 3rd and 4 on the board. And that's what we're going to go with here. 3rd and 4 as Van Otterloo comes into the huddle. With this big play, I mean, you're in a position now where we probably don't have the leg to kick a field goal, so it's probably 2-down territory here for the Watchdogs. Motion out of Stenin. Options, does hand it off to Bowden. Oh, excuse me, check that. Hands that off to number 22, Colton Steen. My bad, that was Colton Steen taking that one. Gain of a couple, so we were 3rd and 4, now 4th and 2, and again, we knew we were 4-down territory, but we'll see what Coach Lickness is on the sideline. Coach Ronaldo is up in the booth tonight. They've kind of swapped spots this week. We'll see what Coach Lickness is sending in here with his senior quarterback. 4th and 2, big point of the game here is the Watchdogs, again, want to get some momentum going early on homecoming. Frederick with motion, pitches it to Frederick around the right side. He is met by number 2, on that tackle, Colby Peters. And they are going to stop the Watchdogs on 4th down and turn them over on downs. So Colby Peters, number 2, he's a senior, 6'3", 200 pounds. He's able to shed a block and make that tackle against Frederick. And Flandreau Flyers will come out for their second opportunity with the ball. It's about where they started their first drive, so they'll be 1st and 10 from their own 28-yard line. Parsley's in shotgun formation. He's redirecting the offense. He doesn't like the way they're set up. Trips to the right side. Quick hitter, a little screen out there. Ball was dropped, so it was a forward pass. Number 9, Thiessen Bergraff, just wasn't able to hold on to it. Just looking to do a little screen out on the right side with that trips formation. Incomplete pass will be 2nd and 10 for the Flyers. Coverage out there, that cornerback on the left side is number 9, Ryan Svegan. And linebacker on that side assisting with coverage and breaking that up was number 22, Colton Steen. Parsley checks his wristband, looks right. Again, he's got trips to the right, one split to the left. Little belly play out to the right side. Number 7, Ethan Hoffman's a good athlete. If you remember him from last year, we do have our first flag of the play thrown here. We'll see what... Okay, the penalty is going to go against the Flyers, so that will negate the 7-yard gain that the Flyers had on that little swing belly pass. Again, talking about number 7, Ethan Hoffman. He's a senior. I remember him from last year's game. Good athlete, get him out in open space, and that's what the coaching staff for the Flyers was hoping to do there. Just a little belly play out to the right side, get it in his hand in open space, and he was able to shed a tackle or two, but unfortunately for the Flyers, pick up the penalty and back him up into 2nd and 18 from their own 20-yard line. Watchdogs defensive front is shuffling around. It looks like we're maybe going to get a blitz here. Yep, here it comes. Little screen play. Good call against the blitz. They got that one to number 2, Colby Peters, and he knocked over a couple Watchdogs, picked up a big chunk of yardage. So 2nd and 18, Watchdogs hoping to really put them back with that blitz pressure. Flyers read it or had a good play call, got a quick dump, and Peters able to bowl through a couple of Watchdogs. All of a sudden, there's something manageable here. They're 3rd and 4 from their own 35-yard line. Parsley fakes the dive. Again, looks to get a quick hitter out to the open space. That time he was trying to hit number 11, Carter Hedrick. Hedrick's a sophomore, 5'10", 170 pounds. Hedrick also does the kicking and punting for the Flyers. So he just had that pass fall through his fingertips, and now he's going to be back in punt formation. 4th and 4 here for the Flyers. Back deep for the Watchdogs is Tate Van Otterloo. And the mid-back here is, pressure's on. Tadlock jumped and got him to run. He's got the first down. Ran out of bounds at midfield or about the 47-yard line. So broken play. Tadlock was right there. He jumped up and probably should have held his ground. It's just how that thing goes. But smart move there by Carter Hedrick. Again, Hedrick, kicker and punter. He's a sophomore. Really savvy play there from the sophomore to realize the pressure was coming from Tadlock and kind of pump faked or funk faked a little bit, got Tadlock in the air, and then he just squirmed out to the near side of the field and had the open space to pick up the first down. So Watchdogs again are going to have to bear down here as we're nearing midfield. Force the Flyers into a 3-and-out here hopefully and get the ball back. Jet motion there, that's number 21 carrying the ball, Lane Johansson. He's the return man for the Flyers as well, so we know he's got a little speed. They get him in that motion and get him in the ball as he's sweeping around the outside. Gain of, we're going to call it a gain of 6, so we're going to bring it to 2nd and 4 here for the Flyers as they cross midfield for the first time. Flyers are huddling up, checking their wristbands. Paul Parsley. He's a sophomore quarterback. Gets a little motion to the right. Resets his back. That's going to be a false start against the Flyers. Back him up 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 9 now for the Flyers. Takes them back on their side of the field, so they're on the 49-yard line. Again, coming up next week for the Flyers, they will travel to Elk Point Jefferson. Watchdogs next week will travel to Lenox. So, again, take us back to our days of 11A. We haven't faced some of these teams for quite a while in Beresford's history. Another little sweeper belly play. Again, the athleticism showing here for number 7, out in open space, Ethan Hoffman. Twice now they've run that little play where they kind of belly him out to the right side. Short little pass in an open space. He made a defender miss before, I believe, coming up on that tackle. Might have been Van Otterloo. Watchdogs looking to their sideline. Head coach Scott Ebert does call the defensive play and scheme for the Watchdogs. 1st and 10 from the Watchdog 38-yard line. Parsley, quick pitcher, again out into open space. I think that's it's going to be met and brought down by some interior linemen. I see Landon Shirk, number 60, coming out of that group. I also see outside linebacker number 22, Colton Steen, in on the stop as well. Defensive front there, we do have two Shirks in there tonight. So senior Landon Shirk, 6 foot, 210 pounds, and his little brother, Cohen Shirk. He's a sophomore, 5'8", 215 pounds. Is kind of anchoring the middle of that defensive front. Parsley drops back. Pressure was on. Oh, and almost picked off. Route was jumped there by number 5, Stenin. Pressure was coming from the right side. I believe that was Tadlock bringing the pressure, and Parsley had to get rid of it quick. And speaking of quick, Jack Stenin has got a pretty good break on the ball, and he got his fingertips on it, snuck in front of the receiver, got his fingertips on it, got it in the air, and as he dove for it, it just fell out of his grasp. But nice defensive play. Forces a third down here now for the Flyers, and again, they're in kind of that no man's land about the 36-yard line of the Watchdogs. It'll be interesting what they do here and what they get, what the coach decides to do if they're a little short. Is this a position where you want to try to pin the Watchdogs with 3:38 left here in the first? Coach doesn't like what he sees, so head coach Josh Edlin will call a timeout, and we're going to go to a quick commercial break here. We'll be right back with the action.
Hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to live action here at Cortland Carnes Stadium. Big third down here for the Flyers. I don't blame head coach Josh Edlin for taking the time out there if he didn't like what he saw. And boy, this is trouble for the Watchdogs out in open space again as they get the ball out to that right open flats. Ethan Hoffman again. Again, pretty critical point of the game here. Flyers have to be pretty excited where we're at here, 0-0. They're able to move the ball here against the Watchdogs. And big third down and 8. They didn't like what they saw, so Coach Edlin took a timeout, got things set up, and found a play that they liked, and the pressure came from the Watchdogs, but the quarterback, number 17, Paul Parsley, was able to get it out to his man that's causing some damage, Ethan Hoffman. And they go for first down. It's now 1st and 10. They're in the red zone here, 25-yard line of the Watchdogs. Just turning the lights on here at Cortland Carnes Stadium, so the sun's just starting to set. That was number 7, Ethan Hoffman, carrying the ball. He did lose his footing, but he's brought down by Aaron Larson. Larson is our homecoming king, senior for the Watchdogs, listed at 6'2", 215 pounds. Gain of 2 there before he slips, so it'll be 2nd and 8 for the Flyers. Drops back, looking out in the flats. No, he finds a receiver that snuck out into the mid-territory, drifted over top of the linebackers, but in front of the corners. That receiver is number 21, Lane Johansson. He's a senior, 6 foot, 180 pounds, and they just snuck him in behind the linebackers and drug the corners a little deep. So 1st and goal now for the Flandreau Flyers. Again, head coach Scott Ebert, he's down about the 20-yard line, and he's going to have to dial something up here, whether it's the pressure is coming. They're getting to the quarterback. They're just not quite getting there fast enough, or they'll have to shift something up in terms of coverage, because at this point the Flyers are finding a way to move the ball. Motion hit the Jetman. He does slip, but he is turned back in by Tadlock and Shirk. That carry was number 21, Lane Johansson. Again, he just had the big reception. They put him in that jet motion. He takes the handoff. Tadlock forces him to turn up, and he did lose a little bit of footing, so it'll be 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line. Flyers coaching staff's going to make a substitution. They're bringing out number 9 and bringing in number 11, so they want to see number 11, Carter Hedrick. He's a sophomore running back, 5'10", 170 pounds. They had a little pulling action up front. I didn't see exactly where he came from, if he was the tackle, but they had a little pulling action up front. Tried to get going something right up the middle, but that was stuffed by Shirk. 2-down territory here, obviously, for the Flyers. I don't know what they've got in terms of they look for a field goal at this point if they don't get it. That's to be determined, but 3rd and 5, or 3rd and goal from the 5. 14 seconds left before the quarter break here, and we hit the quarter. We will take another commercial break, but let's see if they get this snap before we hit to the end of the quarter. 2 receivers right, 2 left, little belly action out of the back. Quarterback is scrambling. He does get run out of town, chasing him from the far side. That is Landon Shirk. No gain on the play, but Shirk came from his right defensive position, came all the way across the field, chasing the quarterback Parsley before he ran him out of bounds at the 5-yard line. So we're going to take a quick commercial break here for the quarter break. We'll be back for a second quarter action.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Okay, welcome back to second quarter action here at Beresford High School, Cortland Karn Stadium. We did come out of the quarter break here, and they were set up right as we were at commercial break. And coaching staff for Beresford didn't like what they saw. Again, a big 4th down here, 4th and goal from the 4 or 5-yard line. And the coaching staff did decide to take a quick break and call a timeout and reset things on this big 4th down play. Those football fans may notice as the camera is pointed down on the high jump apron down there, that gentleman sitting in the passenger seat of that golf cart is Bob Young. Bob Young is a Beresford graduate from 1956, longtime and successful coach for the Cougars at USF, and he's down to watch his hometown Watchdogs compete. He's been in a couple games this year, so it's good to see Coach Young out and catching the Watchdogs live in person. Big 4th down option, quick screen back across. It is overthrown. The receiver, number 2, was looking for a flag, Colby Peters, but no call, and the Watchdogs do make a big defensive stand on their own 4-yard line, so whatever Coach Ebert was talking to him about there in that big timeout call, it was well worth it at this point. So we're just getting going in the second quarter here, 0-0 in Beresford. Again, this is Beresford's first broadcast on the liveticket.tv, so Watchdogs liveticket.tv. Ben Otterloo, he's under center. We've seen some shotgun over the previous few games, but tonight we're doing a lot of under center. Quick hit to number 22, the running back Colton Steen. Steen's a sophomore, 5'11", 190 pounds. Good hitter there. That's a gain of about 4, maybe 5 if you stretched it. So let's call it 4. It'll be 2nd and 6 for the Watchdogs. This time they fake the dive, get the rollout. Van Adderloo finds his receiver. That is number 22. He just had the big dive, and this time they get him rolling out into the flats. Again, 22 is Colton Steen. Big gain there for the Watchdogs. They kind of did that play action just like they did the dive for the previous play. Van Adderloo rolls out to his right and finds Steen out in the open flats. He turns it up for a nice gain. I believe it was number 23 for the Flyers on the tackle and coverage, Brendan Peterson. 1st and 10 Watchdogs from their own 25-yard line. Double wing, tight right, split left, motion right. They're going to counter back in the middle. That's number 5, Stennon. Jack Stennon is a junior, 6 foot, 170 pounds. Gain of 2 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 8 for the Watchdogs. Van Adderloo is talking to senior wingback over there, Peyton Frederick, as they break the huddle. Motion by Stennon. Looks like maybe a quarterback draw. I'm not sure exactly what was lined up there, but the pressure came from number 11, Carter Hedrick, so he's going to get the sack. Again, Hedrick, a sophomore. Not sure if that was a broken play or they were trying to set up a QB draw or exactly what that was going to be, but Hedrick was having none of it, so loss on the play for the Watchdogs, about 3, maybe 4, so it'll bring up 3rd and 10. Big 3rd down play here for the Watchdogs. See what the coaches maybe have up their sleeve for a big 3rd and 10 from their own 25. Pressure was getting to Van Adderloo. He threw one out there. That was Hedrick again, so coaching staff are going to have to find a way to pick him up, and he's only a sophomore, so be 4th down here for the Watchdogs. Van Adderloo will be doing the punting action, and let's see who goes back deep here. It looks like it's going to be number 7, Ethan Hoffman. He's one of the return men. He's a senior. Good snap there to Van Adderloo. It is blocked. It is blocked. That was number 52, and that's Pitzenberger. Caleb Pitzenberger gets through and blocks the punt. Pitzenberger is a senior, 5'7", 170 pounds. He works his way through and blocks Van Adderloo's punt. It'll be a great opportunity here for the Flyers as they're looking at 1st and 10 from the Watchdog 30-yard line. So, again, Watchdog defense going to have to step up strong here, get refocused, get a stop, and then try and get something moving on offense in terms of protection for Van Adderloo. Parsley, quick pitch out to the left. He is run out of bounds by the Watchdogs. On the stop over there was number 5, Stennon, and number 25, Bowden. Gain of 5 on the play, though, for the running back, Ethan Hoffman. Bring up 2nd and 5 for the Flyers. Parsley's dropping back. He's got an open receiver, and he just overthrew him. Number 21, he is one of the return men. He's showing he's got some speed. Lane Johansson, he's a senior, 6 foot, 180 pounds. He had broken the coverage that was provided by Stennon, and Parsley just couldn't quite get it to him, just overthrew him on his quick drop back and lofted it out there. So bring up 3rd and 5 for the Flyers. Motion right. Fake the dive, pressures there by Tadlock. They get it out into that open flat again, so that was the motion back that reset. He is picked up over there by number 9 for the tackle, Ryan Svega, but not before he can get the first down. So, again, number 11, Carter Hedrick, was that left wing back. They motioned him, reset him on the right side. They let the pressure come from Tadlock, but the quarterback was just able to get it over to Hedrick's hands and take it for a first down. 8 minutes, 30 seconds here remaining in this opening half of the Watchdogs homecoming game against the Flandreau Flyers. 0-0 is the score. Trips left for the Flyers. Got a little belly screen option. It's going to go over the slot man's head. That was the intended receiver was number 2, Colby Peters. Second and 10 here for the Flyers. Parsley checking the wristband. Shotgun formation, quick pitch out to the right. Oh, tough run there by number 7, Ethan Hoffman. He is met near that first down marker, and he refuses to run out of bounds and takes on a couple defenders. Gain of 9 on the play there by the hard-running Hoffman. Bring up 3rd and 1. Again, a big defensive opportunity here for the Watchdogs. 3rd and 1, ball is on the 6-yard line, so the Flyers can get a first down without scoring here and really put some pressure on the Watchdogs and see how far they'll bend before they break. Quarterback keeper the whole way. It was a direct snap, a shotgun formation. They had split ends, twins on both sides, and quarterback just keeps it. Parsley takes it for a first down, and that's really what they were after right there is get the first down, a fresh set of downs from about the 5-yard line. Yeah, they're right on the 5-yard line, so it'll be 1st and goal from the Watchdog 5-yard line. Watchdog cheerleaders trying to get the fans going. Let's get a little defensive chat. Parsley, quick dive there to Hedrick. He blows into the defenders. He's met at the goal line, but the call is touchdown. So Flandreau Flyers are first to strike in this matchup of Big East Conference foes. And Flyers get out to the early lead here, 6-0, as the extra point attempt comes around. Their kicker is Carter Hedrick. I believe that's who's going to come on and do the action. No, their extra point is going to be somebody else. That is number 64. So the extra point kicker is number 64, Xavier Bean. That is blocked by Jackson Tadlock. So the point after attempt is no good. And the score here with 6:56 left to go in the second quarter is Beresford 0, Flandreau Flyers 6. We're going to take a quick commercial break.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
All right, welcome back to Cortland Card Stadium. We're still here in first half action, 6:56 left to go in the game. The Flandreau Flyers have scored. Did miss the point after attempt, so it's Flandreau Flyers 6, Beresford 0. Back deep for the Watchdogs. It's a little short squib kick. It's going to go... It is picked up by number 24 for the Watchdogs, Robert Watkins. Watkins takes a few steps and then goes down. He's covered up by a couple of the Watchdogs to protect him, but again, just a short little kick. The Flyers decided to put over that first line and hit that second row of blockers, and Watkins is able to field it cleanly, gain a little yardage before going down and saying, let's take over 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line. Tight formation here for the Watchdogs. Let's see if they're going to pound it on the ground. They've had a little trouble with the passing game as they just can't get Van Otterloo a lot of time. That's Peyton Frederick, hard runner, and again, he works hard for those 2 yards. Bring up 2nd and 7 for the Watchdogs. Watchdogs have Goblish split out here wide to the right side, just past the hash marks. Good motion, Stennon. Pitches, they did kind of do like a counter action, kind of coming back inside and kept Stennon going on the outside, but he was picked up on that little option pitch on the inside, and that defender is number 22. That's Ben Ballard. He's a sophomore for the Flyers, 5'9", 160 yards. So, again, good depth here for the Flyers. We've seen a mixture of seniors, juniors, and sophomores be key contributors here for the Flyers. So, good things coming here for Coach Edlund. Okay, it'll bring up 3rd and 7 for the Watchdogs. Let's see if the Watchdogs can get a little protection here for Van Otterloo. He's got the time here. He's rolling out to the right. He's got a receiver. That's a first down. That's Stennon. He's brought down from the cornerback on the far side of the field. That's number 22, Ben Ballard. But not before Stennon and Van Otterloo can connect for a first down for the Watchdogs. So Watchdogs got the ball moving. Took a little play-action rollout for Van Otterloo. But he was able to get Stennon open coming off the right side. And key there, he made the catch before he looked to turn upfield. And after he had the ball secured, then he looked for those extra yards after catch. Oh, quick hitter there to Bowden. Nice run there. That's number 25, the senior Zach Bowden, 6 foot, 200 pounds. One of his first few carries here, and the hair was flowing out the back of the helmet. Nice run there by Zach Bowden. Another first down for the Watchdogs. The fans are starting to show a little bit of life here. Again, good crowd, homecoming. It's a beautiful weather here in Beresford. 1st and 10 from the Flyers, 28-yard line. That's Frederick. He's initially met by number 7, Ethan Hoffman. But he is able to pick up a few yards, so good yardage there for Peyton Frederick carrying the ball off the right side. Bring up 2nd and 7 for the Watchdogs. Flyers are going to take a timeout here, so we are going to go to a commercial break. It's 3:55 left here. We'll take a quick commercial break for the Flyers timeout.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
Flandreau under center, hands it off to Stennin. Goes off left tackle. He is brought down by number 7, Hoffman. Good little gain there by Stennin off the left side. Picks up about 3 more. So puts the Watchdogs in a really manageable position here. Again, they are on the Flyers' 21-yard line. 3:31 left in the half, down by 6. Looking at a 3rd and 3. 2-down territory, but I think we're going to see some downhill running from the Watchdogs here and pick up this first down. Yep, right up inside. It goes to Frederick. Big run there. He was down. I thought I heard a whistle. It is a touchback. Frederick was on the carry. He was working hard, stretching for the extra little reach there. He was down to about the 7-yard line. The ball popped loose. I thought I heard a little chirp. It must not have been, or it was a dead ball, would have been blown. But the ball did roll into the end zone, and they did give the signal for a touchback. So it could be Flyers ball. That's kind of a heartbreaker right there with 3 minutes left before the half. Watchdogs were moving the ball. And now it's to be 1st and 10, Flyers ball from the 20-yard line. All right, time for the defense to step up here for the Watchdogs. Keep this thing a 1-score game. Nothing else. Maybe get a defensive stop here, slow the clock down. That's Tadlock working off the left side. Big loss on that one, about 3 or 4, let's call it 4-yard loss. Bring up 2nd and 14 for the Flyers. 2:45 on the clock, and it is running, so we'll see what the coaching staff of the Watchdogs decide to do. I'm guessing after this 2nd or 3rd down play, if we can, again, control the Flyer offense, maybe looking to try to control the clock a little bit here and save a little bit of time for something right before halftime. Parsley drops back. He's got a lot of pressure on him. He does just toss it out to his receiver, number 21, Lane Johansson. Pressure was coming. That was, I believe, 56, Aaron Larson, bringing the bulk of that pressure. Yeah, it was 56, Aaron Larson. Incomplete pass will stop the clock, so that's a nice option for the Watchdogs. Big 3rd down and 14 here for the Flyers. Again, Watchdogs are going to be in a position to hopefully have a little time left if they can just get a stop here on 3rd down. Quick pitch out to the right. He does slip as the play was turned back in. That was Aaron Larson again getting the pressure and turning that play back in before the running back lost his footing. What are the coaching staff going to do here? They're talking. I can see Coach Lichtness with his headset off, back on. They're going to let this clock go here. Force the punt. Bernardo Lewis set up right about midfield, so they're looking at getting this thing in pretty good position. It's a high kick. It does not go very deep, and the Watchdogs are just getting away from it. Big, generous bounce. It's going to go to the 49-yard line of the Flyers. So that's where the Watchdogs will take over. 1st and 10 from the Flyer 49 with 1:35 left in the opening half here. We're going to stay live here as we're going to get I think we're going to get a pretty good swap here in terms of turning this thing around. So we're just going to stay right here with the action. Again, Watchdogs, liveticket.tv, our first broadcast on liveticket.tv. Jared Olson bring you the play-by-play action here tonight. Helping in the booth is Renee James and Gavin Stewart, helping with the production and video work. Quick pitch out to the left side. That is Stennon on the carry. Picks up a nice gain and wisely gets out of bounds. Gain of 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5 from the 44. Van Otterloo was running away from Coach Lickness. Coach Lickness called him back, said something else to him, motioned. Van Otterloo gave a little nod of the helmet, and we'll see what they come up here with. 2nd and 5 from the Flyer 44 with 1 minute and 30 seconds left on the clock. Flyers lead this one 6-0. Van Otterloo's got the time. He goes to Goblish. Oh, just broken up. Jake Goblish, one of his favorite targets, but was broken up by number 23. That defender is Brendan Peterson. So Peterson, the junior, good coverage chasing Goblish. They hadn't really targeted Jake just yet, but he's got sure hands and he's got good reach and good height. So nice coverage there by the Flyers. It'll bring up 3rd and 5 from the 44-yard line with 1 minute 23 left. Motion here from Frederick. Lots of pressure on Van Otterloo. They do get it out to Frederick, but he's going to be wrapped up with a short gain. Pressure on that defensive play came from. Get a good look at him here. That's 55, and the other defender I think just snuck off. But the bulk of that pressure came from the defender, number 55 at the middle, Jonathan Schrader. He's a sophomore at 230 pounds. Quick timeout. We're going to go to a quick commercial break.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Okay, we're back on here at Cortland Carnes Stadium. Quick timeout here before this 4th down. Fourth and 5 here for the Watchdogs. Maybe it's 4th and 4. Big 4th down here as the Watchdogs come out in offensive formation. Again, 1 minute and 3 seconds left before the half. They're going to look to try to strike here, be aggressive, and see if they can make something happen. Right up the middle, that's Bowden. I think he's got enough for the first down, just a yard enough. So they needed 5, he got 6. That's going to move the chains. Clock is stopped as they reset the chains. So the Watchdogs quickly right up on the ball. They will hold the clock until they get set. No. The clock did start a little too early, so the referee does blow this thing dead. The back judge was in over the ball, and the chains weren't set yet, so the clock is going to have to go back to about 54, 56 seconds, something like that. Okay, they're going to really up through the coaches' headsets what they want brought back on. Okay, they're going to put 56 seconds on the clock as the relayed message up. Do they know? We're just relaying next door. Yep, they're getting it set up. Now they got. Okay. We're just relaying the message between coaches' headsets through our booth into the other booth. I'm afraid it looks like on the clock we're at 5.6 seconds. Looking to just get a quick start and then a stop is what the coaches are relaying up here to the clock operator. Okay, they're just going to manually get it reset down to about 56-7. That's what they're going to go with. Okay, ball is live and ready for play, so the clock has started, and the Watchdogs do spike it quickly. So, again, Watchdogs knew after they gained that first down, the clock would stop momentarily. We had a little issue. We got that worked out. Van Otterloo spikes it, so it's now going to be 2nd and 10 from their own 39-yard line. Again, next week, the Watchdogs will travel to Lenox, and the Flyers will travel to Elk Point Jefferson. That's what they've got coming up after we get through tonight. About 54 seconds here, 2nd and 10. Van Otterloo goes under center. Drops back. Pressure's coming. It was picked up. Did not find the receiver he was looking for, but nice pickup there by Zach Bowden. The pressure was coming, and he did pick up the unblocked defender. So now with 50 seconds left, Watchdogs are 3rd and 10 from the Flyer 38. Coach Lickness talking to the senior quarterback. Van Otterloo surveys the defense, goes back under center. Fakes the handoff, does find a little opening. He's got a good block there. Just can't quite find his receiver, but great block there by Aaron Larson. The defender was coming, but he held firm on his position on that right side. Van Otterloo was scrambling a little bit, but just couldn't quite find his open receiver on the right sideline. So with 44 seconds left, they do substitute in, and that is number 11, Malachi James. I've got a nervous mother next to me all of a sudden. 4th and 10 from the Flyer 38-yard line. They are going to spread things out now. Van Otterloo is going to go into shotgun motion. We just haven't seen that tonight out of the Dogs. We've seen it all season. Trips left, twins right. Good snap. He's going to roll out. He's got a little time if he can find somebody. Looking for Peyton Frederick across the middle. Well defended by number 7. That's Hoffman on the coverage. Just couldn't quite connect. And, again, good coverage by Ethan Hoffman running with Peyton Frederick across the middle. We will switch the chains around. 39 seconds left. I'm assuming what we're going to see out of the Flyers is a knee or two. Go into halftime up 6-0. But we'll see on their side of the field if they're looking to gamble at all. Okay, they had one extra guy out there, but now Okay, yeah, it was misplaced. It's about a yard off. .39 seconds left. Parsley checks the wristband. He is still in shotgun formation, so just going to hand it off. Does find an opening. Luckily wrapped up over there by 22, Svegan. Gain of 5 on the play for the Flyers. Clock is still running. Flyers are running up the line. They want to try and get another playoffs. See if they just keep it on the ground and try and hope something breaks free, or if they do look to air it out. Oh, it is fumbled. Quickly fell on there by Hoffman, so nice job there by 7 Hoffman. The senior, again, fell out of his hands, just quickly got on it, took the loss of yards, go into halftime. So a lot of festivities here, again, as you would expect with a homecoming halftime. We've got some Hall of Fame recognitions. We're going to have some band opportunities and recognition here. So we are going to take a little commercial break. It'll be a little longer halftime than normal, but we will be back for second half action here on Watchdogs Live Ticket and bring you the second half action of this Big East Conference matchup. Back shortly after break.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
All right, fans, welcome back to Beresford High School, Cortland Carton Stadium. We do have about 20 seconds on the clock, and then they will put a few more minutes back on there. Want to just take a moment as we do have our annual Hall of Fame induction ceremony tomorrow at the Bridges of Beresford. There are no more tickets available for the meal at 6 o'clock, but anybody is welcome to show up at 7 p.m. for the actual induction ceremony. We'll just talk quickly about a few of the inductees in each pillar. So in the athletics pillar is Mrs. Carla Rick Duder, and she's a 1978 graduate of Beresford High School, good athlete through the years in Beresford. She's also part of that 1977 basketball team that's going to be recognized and inducted as well. Also in the athletics pillar will be Dr. Shelley Kennedy. Dr. Kennedy is another good athlete in basketball. She played on that 77 basketball team as well. And she'll be recognized in the athletics pillar as well. In distinguished service will be Mr. Brian Field. He's a 1983 graduate of Beresford High School and longtime superintendent and principal for the Watchdogs, coming back to his alma mater. And Mr. Field will be recognized in the pillar of distinguished service. Recognized in the fine arts pillar will be Mr. Paul Runyon. Runyon is a 1972 graduate of Beresford High School and a number of years in band, choir, and basketball. And again, he's got a history here of his marching band selections and great instrumentalist. So there'll be some good stories there, I believe, on Mr. Paul Runyon tomorrow night. In the academics and achievement will be Dr. Marvin Wastel. He's a 1959 graduate of Beresford High School, and Dr. Wastel has been a big advocate for 4-H and FFA, and he's done well in his business life in the ag industry. So we're looking forward to recognize Dr. Wastel on his accomplishments as well. And then I did reference that 1977 girls basketball team will be inducted into the Hall of Fame. They were coached by Mr. Ed Evanson, longtime guidance counselor here at Beresford School District. So, again, tomorrow night, Saturday evening, this will happen in the Bridges at Beresford Event Center. The meal is at 6 o'clock, so if you don't have a ticket for that, you can't come to the meal. But you are more than welcome. Everybody's welcome to join in at the induction ceremony. And then there'll be a little social afterwards. So, again, we encourage you. It's one of the greatest evenings in the Beresford school year is the Hall of Fame induction ceremony. It always happens the Saturday evening after homecoming. 41 seconds here. Let's just talk quickly about maybe some scores in the area and then kind of where we're at with the game action. So some of those kind of notable games I was talking about. In 11A, it's Del Rapids and Canton. And when we last checked, Canton was ahead 6-0 over Del Rapids, so I think this thing's really tight at the top of 11A, and we'll finish up our season playing a few of these schools like Lennox, Sioux Falls Christian, Dakota Valley. We'll really find out within the top 7, is it really that thick a race, or are there 3-4 teams that anybody could win it in the top half? So some good stuff coming here on that part of the schedule. Within 11B, those notable games, Elk Point Jefferson's got a pretty good lead, 17-0 over McCook Central Montrose. And the one that maybe is the most exciting, at least looking at the scores, is Bridgewater Emory Ethan is 22, leading Sioux Valley 20. Again, these are all scores last time we checked when we started the break. Here in Beresford, starting the third quarter, it's Flandreau 6, Beresford 0. Beresford did defer in the first half, so they will be accepting the ball to start off the second half. Watchdogs got the ball moving a couple times, just weren't able to really get a long, sustained drive or really much happening with the pass game. Flyers were able to get the ball moving. The first series or two didn't really see much, but then all of a sudden they started running the ball and little belly passes out into the flat and picking those up for big yards. And they've just kind of had a little success with that attack of moving the ball. So we'll see what the coaching staff's talked about at halftime. Watchdogs did return that out to their own 40-yard line. Well, they'll start 1st and 10 here to get the second half going. Lost the ball right up the middle. A host of defenders on that, but that is Bowden carrying the ball. He's brought down by number 22. I just got to get my roster swapped over here. That's Ben Ballard, the sophomore. With the stop, there were a couple other interior defenders there, but Ballard's the one I saw come up. Gain of maybe 1 or 2, so let's call it 2nd and 8. That's what's on the scoreboard. Frederick takes it off the right side, does kind of trip a little bit. Slid out to the 45-yard line, but they're going to mark him down about the 43. So we'll call that about 7 yards to go here, so 3rd and 7. Coaches do swap things up a little bit. I see Coach Ronaldo. He was in the booth the first half. He's now back down on the sideline. And I don't see Coach Lickness on the sideline, so I assume he's back up in the booth. So motion by Stennon, back inside by Frederick. He cuts it back to the left, gain of about another 3, but they're going to be short of the first down and still on their side of the field. Interesting call here for head coach Scott Ebert, what he's going to do. Watchdogs do make a little substitution. Shagrud comes in. They are going to be Van Otterloo keeps looking to the sideline at assistant coach Ronaldo. Now he takes those couple steps back out of his shotgun formation into punt formation. Pressure was there, but it was picked up, so nice job there. No back person. Van Otterloo really got a hold of that one at a favorable bounce, and he sends it through the end zone. So we'll be a touchback, and the Flandreau Flyers will take over 1st and 10. We're going to go to a quick commercial break.
Times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your...
All right, Flyers take a dive up the middle. Brought down by Bowden, the ball carrier. Ball carriers, number 21, Lane Johansson. Gain of 5 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 5 for the Flyers. The ball does sit on their own 25-yard line, so nice hitter right up the middle. Watchdog defensive front, swapping around based on the strength of the offense. Nice stop there by the defensive front, so I see Shirk, Tadlock, Shirk. Larson on the other side of that, so a host of defenders up in there getting that dive stopped. No gain on that play, so it'll bring up 3rd and 5 for the Flyers. Parsley in his shotgun formation. Pressure's there. That's Larson. Parsley loses his footing. Larson's going to get a huge defensive sack there. And in that shotgun formation, as Parsley was rolling back and then lost his footing, that's going to be a loss of over 10 yards. I think it's about 12. So big 3rd down stop there for the Watchdogs. Again, just kind of fortunate that Parsley lost his footing, but Aaron Larson was running free, so Parsley was in trouble even if he didn't lose his footing. That's Shagrud. He was back deep. Huge return. That's maybe exactly what the Watchdogs need to get things going here. The fans are on their feet. Shagrud had to run up about 15 yards to field that kind of on the fly, and the defender was there, and he showed no fear as he grabbed that and ran that thing towards the goal line. So I'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Watchdogs, but great punt return there by Michael Shagrud. Watchdogs 1st and 10 from the Flyers' 25-yard line. Van Otterloo's back under center, double wing. Motion by Stennen. Fakes the inside, options left, pitches it out to Stennen. Or excuse me, that was the fake inside dive to Friedrich. Motion Stennen, and he optioned out to Stennen eventually with the near side of the field. Gain of maybe a yard on the play will bring up 2nd and 9. That's Friedrich to the ball. Just weren't quite able to pick up all the tacklers that time, and in on the defensive stop. We've called his name a few times. He's defensively been a real strength for the Warriors. That's number 22. Ben Ballard. So 3rd and 8 for the Watchdogs here. This is, again, 2-down territory. But the Watchdogs are going to have to find a way to get blocked up front and or get a little time for Van Adler if we're going to open up the air game. Van Adler with the fake. He's got to find an open receiver back of the end zone. He looked to hit Stennen. He was coming across the back of the end zone, but the coverage was picked up by that time by number 23, Brendan Peterson. So Peterson, the junior, with the coverage across the back of the end zone to break that up. It is 4th down. We're getting a few substitutions here for the Watchdogs. They're bringing Friedrich and Bowden off. Got Shagrud and James in the game on the right side. So Tripp's right, James, Shagrud, and I believe that's Goblish is on the near side, and Stennen's on the near side. He's rolling right. Does work off that right sideline. He is connected to a big 4th down play. He found his big target. That's number 82. That's Seth James working that right side. That was one of those substitutions in there. Nice job towing the sideline. That's 1st and goal for the Watchdogs. They're inside their 5-yard line, so it's 1st and goal from the 4. Nice job by the offensive front. Lots of time for Van Otterloo to roll right. He was looking. Seth James works back down that far sideline, toes the sideline, and drags it in. Motion Stennen. Quick handoff up the middle. That's number 30, Peyton Friedrich, with the score for the Watchdogs. 4-yard touchdown run for the senior on homecoming night, Peyton Friedrich. On to attempt the extra point is Van Otterloo. Holding is Shirk. Extra point is really high, and it's good. Height was no question. That was certainly high enough. The question was it going to get through the uprights? And it does just clear. So Beresford does take the lead here. Again, nice little drive there by the Watchdogs. Huge 4th down conversion between Van Otterloo and Seth James. And the Watchdogs take a lead 7-6 here with 6:45 left in this 3rd quarter. We are aware the camera is maybe just a little bit difficult for you viewers at home to see the clock, the time on the clock. That's something we'll work on improving. Again, this is our first production on Watchdogs Live Ticket.tv. And we'll continue to refine some of these components, but we do understand, we've been communicated by somebody that it is a little difficult to see, and we'll continue to work on that. But 6:45 left to go here in this 3rd quarter. Beresford 7, Flandreau 6, and kicking off for the Watchdogs will be number 4, Tate Van Otterloo, and back for the Fliers is number 21 and number 7. The two return men for Flandreau, and that's Hoffman and Johansson. Johansson with a return. He cuts it up the middle. He is tripped up there by Tadlock, but he does fall forward another 5 yards before he's brought down by Seth James. Flyers will be 1st and 10 from their own 32. We're going to call it 1st and 10 from their own 32-yard line. Again, big game here for the Flyers. They come into this game 2-2, 2 wins, 2 losses. They're hitting the second half of their season here and kind of hanging in that top 16 for 11B action. They're going to need this one and some others going forward to stay in that playoff hunt. Watchdogs coming off a tough loss against Winter last week, and this is, again, a rebound game that they're going to want to pick up as they try to pursue a playoff run. Oh, the ball was fumbled. Fumbled right at the first down marker, but it was picked up by number 7, Ethan Hoffman. Again, we've said Hoffman's name a ton of times tonight. But the senior quickly gets on top of it and does hold on to it. So they were right at the first down marker. The ball came loose, fell backwards about a yard. So it's with the fumble and recovery, it's a gain of 9. It's going to be 2nd and 1 for the Flyers. Quick dive there from the Flyers. He is met by number 24. Met by 24, Robert Watkins. Nice defensive play there by Watkins coming up from his linebacker spot and stuffing that dive. So no gain on the play. It'll bring up 3rd and 1 for the Flyers. Another dive. He's going to be good enough for a first down before he's brought down by a host of Watchdogs. The ball carrier is number 21. That's Lane Johansson. Senior gets 2 yards when he needed 1, so 1st and 10 for the Flyers. Ball is on their own 43-yard line. 4:45 left here in the third quarter. Beresford 7, Flandreau 6. Nice defensive play there. Shedding the blocker and making the stop for a loss is number 56, Aaron Larson. We referenced Larson on that defensive front a couple times earlier in the game, and he makes his presence known on this play for a loss of 1. So it'll be 2nd and 11 from the Flyer 42. Motion left for the Flyers. They get the back reset. It's looking out in that flat again. That time they had it wrapped up. So again, same motion we saw earlier. They put number 11, Hedrick, in motion. They get him reset on the other side. Then they belly him out into the flat. Just a little simple out route. That time the pressure came from Tadlock again. But whoever was on that right defensive side, that might have been Watkins out there. He picked up Hedrick going out in the flats and had none of it and put him back for a loss of about 3 on the play. So instead of 3rd and 11, it's now 3rd and 14 for the Flyers. We had no breeze earlier in the game. You can now see the military flags on the far side waving a little bit. So we are picking up a little bit of breeze now as the night temperatures settle down. Not enough. It should impact the passing. Oh, he gets it away. Tons of pressure that time by both Shirk boys. Cohen Shirk was the main one around his waist trying to bring him down. But the quarterback, Parsley, is able to get the pass away and at least save the yardage. So they're back into punt formation. Punting is number 11, Carter Hedrick. Pressure came, but the Watchdogs held off on it. They're going to let that one bounce. Be Watchdog ball about the 34-yard line is where the line judge first saw that contact happen. So Watchdogs with 2:55 left in the third quarter will be 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line. The little bit of breeze that is, again, moving those flags out there on the military sideline, military flags on the far side of the field, will be coming a little bit of the Watchdogs back. Again, not a huge advantage, but if the Watchdogs do decide to air it out, they will have it at the back in this third period. Flyers were showing a little bit of blitz action out of their backs, and they might have made a Watchdog jump here. Yeah, false start against the Watchdogs. Now, we haven't seen a lot of flags. I believe, just going off memory, this might have been only the second flag called tonight. So really clean football by both sides to this point. So we'll credit both squads with coming in here, being prepared, playing disciplined football. But you could see the linebackers for the Flyers starting to creep up. And one of the Watchdogs did jump there. So it'll bring up 1st and 15 now for the Watchdogs. Reverse, and the Flyers were all over it. Handoff to Frederick, and then he caught Stennon coming around. Yeah, Pitzenberger on the stop. We referenced him earlier as well. Caleb Pitzenberger, a senior for the Flyers, 5'7", 170 pounds. He came out of his defensive line spot. He's working on that right tackle spot. And they were trying to inside counter right back into his position, and he blew that play up. Big loss there for the Watchdogs, so now 2nd and 18. Quick dive up the middle. That's Frederick. It's going to be brought down by number 22 and number 7. I think the initial hit was made by 22, Ben Ballard. Also in on that tackle, number 7 is Ethan Hoffman. Third and 12 for the Watchdogs. Picked up a few yards, but still in a pretty tough spot here on their side of the field. Well into Watchdog territory. We'll see if we go under center, if we go into shotgun formation. They are going to put Van Otterloo under center. He's going to fake the handoff. He's got the pressure coming. He can't evade the defenders. Big loss, and he is picked up, and thrown down by number 2, Colby Peters. He's a senior linebacker, 6'3", 200 pounds, so nice size young individual. Big loss there on the play, and Watchdogs are going to be in punt formation. Van Otterloo back up off the ground. He's going to be looking to punt this thing away and back for the Flyers. Tough angle, but it is number 7, Ethan Hoffman. He's waving to let it go. Great bounce there for Van Otterloo, and the Watchdogs going to roll out of bounds at the 26-yard line. So great punt by Van Otterloo right as it was dying. It rolls out of bounds right on the edge. So 1st and 10, 26-yard line. 39 seconds left here in the third quarter. Beresford 7, Flandreau 6. You're listening to Jared Olson bring you this play-by-play broadcast. Assisting with the production tonight, we do have Gavin Stewart, one of our students, on the camera, and also doing the production with the commercials and helping that part of the broadcast is Renee James, technology coordinator here at the school. Some point here in the fourth quarter, we'll bring on Jody Brozick, and he's going to help do a little play-by-play as we kind of practice, maybe a little color commentary, and just get that practice. Again, we reference this is our first opportunity in Beresford to work with live ticket. Flandreau fans, you are getting a home broadcast. You're getting home announcers. We try to keep it partial, but we understand you're hearing a little bit of the Beresford side of this broadcast. 22 seconds here. We'll see what Flandreau decides to do. It looks almost as if they're going to come over to their sideline with the clock running down 15-14. They have no intention of snapping the ball here before the quarter breaks. So we're on the north half of the field. We're going to flop this thing over to the south half of the field. We're going to do a quick commercial break, and then we'll come back. We'll be joined by Jody Brozick as part of our production team here in the fourth quarter. Beresford 7, Flandreau 6 as we head to the fourth quarter.
Your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
All right, fans, welcome back to Beresford High School, Cortland Carnes Stadium. We are just getting ready to get going this fourth quarter, but we are going to be joined by a second broadcaster here. Joining us in the booth is Jody Brozick. Jody, why don't you just tell us a little bit about Live Ticket, kind of what we're doing here tonight, and look to hopefully do in Beresford going forward.
Well, Jared, I know you had a lot of experience watching Live Ticket in the past. You watched Clone Cowboys live. This all started out just me doing broadcast nationally 10, 12 years ago. Then all of a sudden I'm traveling for winter high school. And as I'm traveling, schools started asking for help because this was before the days of Pixel-Out. This was before anybody had access. And we created liveticket.tv, and we tried creating an atmosphere where students can come in and learn production. One of the biggest things about the future of where we're going is it's an immediate type of industry. High school events can be put online. Students can get access to the technology. We wanted to get them the equipment, the software, the hardware, and the training where they could actually get a really good experience. But this, as we put this together, it was meant to be a win-win-win. Win for the school, win for the students, win for the athletes, wins for the family, friends, alumni at home. And actually, we've added in sponsors. They started contacting us when they saw the number of people out there watching, like tonight. They started asking, well, hey, how do we get on these productions? My background, we put that in there, and then we realized it's a partnership. It's got to be 50-50. We're out there. The school's got to benefit from this in another way also. So we made this that win-win-win-win-win relationship. You at home tonight understand that the biggest win in this relationship tonight, it's a free broadcast. Absolutely free. And if you look at the picture that you're seeing tonight, the picture is absolutely, this is a 4K camera. It's not running 4K right now. It's a high definition, but we're right on top of the action. We're not away. Great job by the Gavin tonight. His first time ever running this camera, and he's already diving in there, and he's giving you shots that you didn't have before. It's the excitement. And then as we put this together, one of the things that we wanted to do is put together a content sharing system. You tonight are at watchdogs.liveticket.tv. It will become watchdogs.live in the future once we get that permanent URL in place. We wanted to make it simple for you at home. Whether they're home or away, you just go to watchdogs.live and you're going to get their action. And we wanted to make it simple. And I warned you, 5-minute talks become 30 minutes with me. Renee's over here nodding, Jared.
Yeah, Jody. No, we connected last week, and you're right. I had nephews that played for Cologne in the history here, so I've been watching Live Ticket when they played. This kind of really developed over, time coming here. It's just the evolution of what broadcasting was and what streaming of high school sports was. And, I think we'd hit our life with NFHS or Pixelot. And you hit on some of the features there. We're looking to bring here in Beresford is a free broadcast for our parents, grandparents, family members, those in the community that just want to watch. We want you to know where to go find that game, or hopefully most of the games.
Keep it simple.
Yeah, keep it simple. You can go to that same landing page and hopefully find, again, a good quality experience. We maybe won't bring that live broadcast play-by-play every night. But what Gavin is doing on the camera tonight, we hope to bring some students into the booth and maybe put the headset on and assist with some of this play-by-play. So we're excited, and really in a week's time. I mean, we met with Jody out in winter. We were playing football last week, and within a week's time, we've put this together and been able to bring this out tonight. So
this entire process, when you take a look at it, I even went back further. I watched you guys were over and you played in Canton. I watched that production that night. The camera work just was incredible. It was right on top of the field. You guys came to winter. I got a chance. Next thing, first, it was just Renee walking in to set up the coaches on their huddle, and all of a sudden she looks at the production, and I invite her in. I'm running PTZ cameras, which is another feature that in the future, as this develops, it doesn't end with what you're seeing tonight. Basically the sky's the limit. You can go with as far as you want with this, but Renee was behind me, and she goes, "Oh my goodness, don't let Jared come in. This is too complicated," because we're doing all that. And I go, "No, really, you can just keep this starter simple." And if you take a look at this tonight, I think I'm watching you. You're really excited tonight, just calling the games. You've got the technology tonight, the audio to bring a clean, crisp broadcast to add to this beautiful picture, bringing this. You're basically you are a painter. You're a Picasso painting a picture for everybody at home. I just about got hit by Renee for calling you Picasso.
So let's do this, Jody. Let's try to do a little bit of two-person play-by-play here. We'll focus back on the football action. Watchdogs do have the ball. Stennen in motion. He does hand off. Van Adderloo does hand off to I believe that was Peyton Frederick. Nice gain there for the Watchdogs. Gain of 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5.
One of the most successful things I've seen tonight out of the Watchdogs, Flandreau is such a quick team on that defensive line. They're not real big on the defensive line. They're big behind them, but they're really quick. And when the Watchdogs are going side to side, they're having a little more trouble. You called it out earlier. You got to go right downhill. You got to go downhill on this Flandreau Flyer team to have success. They have tonight.
All right, good opportunity now. He's right. They do have a couple. Pitzenberger, we've said his name a few times, but if you look in the front of their line right now is Isaiah Fisherman. He's a senior, 6'2", 230 pounds. That guy could take up some space in the front of the line. Okay, that carrying the ball there is Shagrud. Short gain on the play. It's going to bring up still probably about 3rd and 5 here for the Watchdogs.
Keeping them honest, and a lot of misdirection out of the Watchdogs. To the right, to the left, the misdirection, the fake handoffs, the reverse. Flandreau's done a real nice job. I was talking off air in between plays, and I'll get to that after this play snap here.
Again, Watchdogs staying in that tight formation. They're keeping Van Otterloo under center tonight, so something, again, a little change for the Watchdogs. Quick hitter here, Frederick. He's got a lead blocker. I believe he's going to be just short here, Jody. It's going to be a crucial 4th and 1 here, I think.
And I like that. You get a downhill motion. It was out over that 5-hole with the lead blocker in front of him. You get that downhill motion. You set yourself up with a nice 4th and 1 by going downhill instead of going sideline to sideline.
Yeah, so we're legit 4th and 1 here. We're in Flandreau territory. We're on the 34-yard line. Motion here from Stennen. Frederick up the middle. Quick hitter, tough runner. Picks up 5 yards, 4 yards when he needed 1, and hand it to the senior and let the horse do his work.
A lot of success right there in that 1, 2, and 3 holes. right before half, he had that same exact carry. He took it down to the 7-yard line. He was extending the arm, got it punched out, or else you may have another score on the board.
Yeah. So we're looking here. Clock is down about 7 minutes and 20 seconds left. Beresford's moving the ball into Flandreau territory. They're up 7-6. Coach Ebert's got to be happy to probably just keep the ball on the ground here and just keep chugging away 3-4 yards at a time.
Score here would be devastating.
That's Frederick again. He gets behind his blocker, pops it out to the left. Battles ahead. That's 7-8 yards there for Frederick.
Right off that 3-hole. Again, just powering downhill. I like him. He's a hard-nosed runner. I'd like to see him get those shoulders a little bit more over, a little too much up and down, taking some hits. I'd like to see him get down and deliver some more hits, and that'll help him pick up another yard or two at the end of those carries.
Yeah, Frederick, tough kid, tough runner, and he's kind of shown it all year. Last year, again, same thing, hard runner, battled some knee injuries, worked on some of that in the offseason. Still a little dinged up in the knee area, but you wouldn't know it by watching him run.
Second and short, gotta love that.
Yeah, 2nd and 2, 2nd and 3 here for the Watchdogs. Van Arlu's going to give it, I believe that's Bowden this time. Yeah, it is. It's Zach Bowden.
He's getting up a little slow. It looked like he might have took a helmet right off that left knee as he was diving up that 1-hole. You know what? That's a beautiful thing about 2nd and 3. You got so many things you can do. The obvious one is the handoff. But because it's so obvious, they might think, no, we're going to defend something else. Here again, 3rd and 2. This is 4-down territory right now for the Watchdogs. The playbook is absolutely open. Anything can happen here. Tough spot for the Flyers. Great opportunity for the Watchdogs.
Yeah, you're right there. They're on the 21-yard line, 3rd and 2.
Play action?
Yeah, the back judge is counting. Coaching staff, Coach Ebert right over by the line judge. He's going to take a timeout here.
Smart.
We could hear the parents right in front of us seeing that back judge counting his arm. We knew we were under 10 seconds at that point, and Coach Ebert wasn't messing around. In this point of the game, 3rd and 2 on the 21-yard line. Jody, let's throw out to a quick commercial break here, and we'll kind of regroup and come back right after the break.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
All right, welcome back here after that quick timeout, commercial break. Again, Coach Ebert, head coach of the Watchdogs, saw the time kind of clicking away, and he's actually talking to the back judge right now, and was just clarifying, now talking to the line judge, just clarifying exactly something that he saw or maybe didn't understand, but certainly didn't want to let this opportunity of 3rd and 2 from the 21 disappear with a penalty.
You got 9 men in the box right now.
Van Otterloo, I believe he kept that one, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah, Van Otterloo, the senior quarterback, just kept that one. Looks like he's going to get a gain of about 4 yards. It's going to be a Watchdog first down. They're setting that ball, looks like the 17-yard line.
Great spot and opportunity here for the Watchdogs to pick up another first down inside that 10-yard line. You can get that 1st and goal here anywhere from the 7 to the 1 with another first down. Or you'll take a touchdown.
We just take a touchdown, too. Again, Flandreau Flyers fans, we'll try to call the game as fair as we can, but you are getting Watchdog broadcasters. Jody's a Watchdog, honorary Watchdog today. We didn't exactly hand him the key to the city before the parade.
Just a Coke.
Yeah, just a Coke. And
there's Frederick.
That's Frederick, yep. Hold on to it, you bet. Peyton Frederick going to that south end zone again. Jody, that's the end zone where he fumbled right before half. And
a little bit of redemption.
Little redemption there for him, and he got that earlier score for us. So great night for the senior running back, Peyton Frederick.
So as we get ready for the extra point here, I do want to take and talk to the Flandreau Flyer fans that may be watching right now. Hey, I knew this game was going to be – the first half really didn't surprise me because they led 7-0 over Bridgewater Emory Ethan in the first game of the year. They led 8-0, I believe, over Sioux Valley. only to see those leads dissipate. I knew they were going to come out in the first half. I wasn't surprised by that. Here.
That's exactly what you said to me right before we went live on the air. Is you said, man, Flandreau keeps it close. That's just what they do. They keep it close. Point after attempt by Van Otterloo. The first one went a mile high and barely cleared the goalpost. This one didn't get real high, but it also just carried. So Beresford 14, Flandreau 6, 4:48 left here in the fourth quarter.
We'll go ahead and step away. We'll take a break. We'll be back in 1 minute after a word from the sponsors. There'll be more of them coming for Watchdogs Live here in the near future tonight.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
All right, welcome back to action here in Beresford. We're at Cortland Carnes Stadium. Beresford's homecoming game. They are hosting. This is again a Big East Conference matchup between the visiting Flandreau Fliers and the home Beresford Watchdogs. Flandreau got out earlier with that 6-0 lead. Went into halftime feeling pretty good about that, I'm sure. And Watchdogs have found a way to come out here and get a couple scores and get both extra points to go in.
One of the things that I think Flandreau is so good at, I think they're a super quick team. They may give up a little bit of size. Beresford across that front line, 210, 205, 215. Yeah. That quickness kind of negated the size and strength of Beresford early. Now you're starting to see that size wear them out, and maybe they're a step slower, and I think that might be what happens to Flandreau. Great team, but they're right now getting out physicaled. Yeah, no, great squad. We kind of knew this going in. It could be a really good game. Last year we had that late evening game that went into the next morning. It was wild, Jody. We had parents disappear for a couple hours, come back to the gates, kind of shaken, let us back in. It's midnight or whatever. We kind of got the game going again. And it was a great evening. I mean, I'll probably never forget that game. And now we look tonight, again, another great matchup. And when we look at Beresford, we're calling off a lot of seniors sprinkled with a few juniors. I referenced it earlier in the game call with Flandreau. Seniors, juniors, sophomores, they're playing through 3 different grades. And a lot of those key players that we're mentioning are stepping up are juniors and sophomores. So they got some things looking ahead that they should be excited about, too. Right there on that particular pass play, it was a beautiful, beautiful drop back. I would have liked to have seen him throw that belly pass out to the flat. He had a lot of success with that. Good defense out here by number 5 for the Watchdogs. He was in the vicinity enough to scare him to looking over the middle. Yeah, that's Stenin out there on the coverage, and you're right. That was the play that kind of was hurting the Watchdogs early on, that little belly play, and they're looking to their leadership, and that was number 7, Ethan Hoffman, that kind of keeps bellying out there. And boy, he's slippery. He's a good athlete. We kind of talked, pretty clean game. We did have a flag there right after that kickoff, and now another flag on the play. We'll wait for the preliminary signal here. I think somebody's going to be in the neutral zone. Yeah, nope. Defensive infraction in that. Actually, offensive. Oh, it was. It was number 60 in the neutral zone. Yeah. So we had a little defensive infraction in that neutral zone. So it'll be 2nd and 5 here for the Flyers. Oh, boy. Oh, that shirt coming. Right as shirt got there, he let it flee. And limping a little bit out of that is Bowden on coverage. I think that might have tipped off, but he's limping a little bit. And you referenced that earlier. He came up from that dive play that he ran, just a little ginger on that one knee. Yeah, he took a helmet right off that knee. Going back to Shirk there, he was the one that was lined up in the neutral zone, gave up the 5-yard penalty. They moved him from defensive tackle out to the end. He came free on that tackle, and he had a head of steam. The ears were pinned back. He was trying to make up for that penalty. Yeah, Parsley was rolling out to the right and getting to the sideline, and I'm sure he had to have felt or heard him coming over his shoulder. With that 8-point lead, it's only one score, but it gives you the opportunity to really take some chances here.
That's Shirk and his other brother, Shirk. That might have actually been Cohen that got wrapped up on the ankle there, and I think it was. I believe that was the Cohen Shirk on that pressure and actually got the ankle wrapped up there.
One of the things, if you're the watch, well, it's fourth down, they're going to be punting, but when Flandreau gets the ball back the next time, you got to be looking for a screen at this point. They've seen the Watchdogs now really pin their ears back and get after the quarterback. A screen is coming here in their next possession.
Okay, that'll be good to watch for here as Flandreau maybe gets the ball back here. We're under 4 minutes in this game. Again, Flandreau really no option at this point to punt. They're so deep in their own territory. That is fielded on the fly by Van Otterloo. Quarterback, field goal kicker, extra point kicker, you name it, Van Otterloo does it for the Watchdogs, and he fields that punt on the fly with defenders around him. Picks up a few yards, but keeps the ball on Flandreau's side of the field, which is pretty key here for the Watchdogs.
He's an incredibly tough athlete. I got to watch last week. You know, I'm running PTZ cameras talking, but every time I turned and looked, Van Otterloo was taking a hit, but he was bouncing back. He was coming back, coming up with another big play. Tough kid here for the Watchdogs.
Yeah, for his size, I mean, he really moves around a basketball court very well. Great ball control. Then you see him out the football field, and he has the ability to make the defenders miss him. They're going to keep feeding the senior Frederick. Look at him break loose here. Goes for a little leap over the defender down to about the, the 10-yard line, maybe the 12. They're going to mark him out of bounds. Great blocking by the Watchdogs on that right side.
Okay. So you pound it in 2-hole, the 4-hole, the 2-hole, the 4-hole. There he takes it and he pops it out to the 6, gets to the sideline, and he gets a nice 30, 40-yard pickup.
Yeah, good play calling there by the Watchdogs. Again, on that offensive side, we've got Coach Lickness and Coach Ronaldo kind of working on that offensive game plan. They kind of swap positions here within the booth. Coach Lickness started on the field, and Coach Ronaldo was up in the booth, and now they've switched that up in the second half.
It's worked.
It's working, yeah. All right, 1st and 10 here for the Watchdogs from the about the 13.
Same exact play. This time they cut it in the 2-hole instead of bouncing it out to the 6. They're bringing Frederick across that formation, kind of on a cross buck. You saw him bounce it. Before last drive, they were just pounding it up. 2-hole, 1-hole, 2-hole. He gets the big bang outside on the 6-hole. Come right back to the old bread and butter, pound it inside. I love a fullback.
Yeah, no, this is pretty exciting. Again, it's a little different than what we've seen at the Watchdogs so far this season. Again, more shotgun, more kind of spreading it out, slinging it around. But tonight they're really packing it in, and they're sticking to the run game tonight.
Oh, beautiful
I totally didn't see anything
beautiful.
There. Yeah.
I totally missed it, too. I got to be honest.
Okay, let's see who comes up out of there. That's Peyton Frederick with the ball. What a night for the senior Peyton Frederick.
I thought Van Otterloo had it, and they were going to run the option to the outside. That's a great play fake.
Yeah, no, I totally didn't see it. I just kind of, bit my tongue for a minute to see what happened. And we were both stunned by the play fake. Great play. And, again, Frederick, that's his 3rd touchdown run of the night for the Watchdogs. So on the hold here is Shirk. Kicking the extra point attempt is Van Otterloo. Good snap and hold. That one went through with a little better trajectory. Oh, it actually missed.
Yeah, slid off to the right.
Just to the right, okay. 2:41 left in the game here. Beresford 20, Flandreau Fliers 6. We'll take a quick break and we'll come back here.
Hey, before we do, let's exit with the "Who let the dogs out?"
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
All right, kickoff here by Van Otterloo. It's going to be fielded on the far side of the field. I believe it was number 22, and we've called him a few times on defense. That's Ballard, I believe, anyways. Far side, it was hard to see, but I believe it was Ballard. A couple big defensive plays for him. But, Jody, what are the coaching staff, the Flandreau Flyers, thinking here? You kind of talk about maybe that little screen play or something. We're down 2 minutes, 35 seconds left here, down by 14.
Two-score game, you got to go quick. This will be the last huddle you probably see out of the Flyers. They'll go no huddle. They'll spread it out. At some point, you're going to see a middle screen, as they run everybody down on 9 routes down the sidelines.
Yeah, they've all got wristbands on. They've been kind of looking at them all night, so they're in a position where they could go hurry up if they wanted to. Oh, we've got a little confusion out there. Thought they needed a player off.
Got to save that timeout.
Motioned. That's Shirk bringing pressure. Just can't quite find his receiver over on the left side here, and that was the 10 receivers, number 2, Colby Peters, the senior at 6'3", 200 pounds.
Real good work by the defensive backfield. First of all, over to the right side, they didn't let anybody behind him. Over here on the near side where the pass was thrown on that down and out, they got deep enough, and then they reacted to the play. They were all get after their in closing in on the receiver.
Start back, work forward versus letting the offense get behind.
Just going to tell you real quick, you're not FCC regulated. I try to keep once in a while. I'll let it fly though.
All right, 2nd and 10 here for the Flyers. Incomplete pass did stop the clock, so 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game. Parsley rolling out to his left, big hip swing. Receiver did get past the defender, but he was hip to hip with him. But he did have a step on the Watchdogs. That was number 21, Lane Johansson, the senior.
That would have been an incredible catch because he was clearly running everything he had, full steam, a 9 route down the sideline. Basically, it's a go route. He was looking directly over his shoulder, and the defender might have gotten the top of the helmet and pulled it back just a little bit to help him get a better view.
It's a tough play for Parsley there, the quarterback. He's rolling out to his left as a right-handed thrower. He really got that hip spun around and got something on that pass.
Not easy to do. You see a lot of pros. I remember years ago, Rich Gannon couldn't throw that for his life. I mean, if his life depended on it, he wasn't going to get that throw
now you're
off.
Speaking to me. I grew up a Raiders fan, so I endured the Rich Gannon. Oh, no, they found a receiver open.
There's that seam route.
Yeah, worked the seam there, and that is number 9, Tyson Burgraff. We have not really referenced him much, but 6'3", 170 pounds. He found an opening, and you're right. They're in hurry-up motion here, and they're right up on the line.
Clock will stop as they move the chains.
Yes, the referee was rolling his arm, but the ball was set, I suppose. Plenty of time here. Pressure now coming. Cohen Shirk. Open receiver, defender slip. That's number 22. Again, we referenced Ben Ballard on the defensive side of the field, and now 2 times Ballard on the offensive side of the field. So the sophomore coming up big here in a huge part of the game.
One of the things now, speaking as a Watchdog coach right now, when they go that no huddle, you want your defensive line to get a good jump on that. There was a good pressure, but too much time initially to see the entire field, scan it, and find him turning it down, out, and up for the easy touchdown.
Yeah, Parsley had initially quite a bit of time there, kind of looking around before he finally broke out of the pocket. Mm-hmm. He gave himself a little bit more separation, and Cohen Shirk was closing in on him, but he had plenty of time. And unfortunately for the Watchdogs, the defender just slipped and created the opening. So, again, we did have just under an inch of rain last night and into today. So the field has been a little slick, and we've seen people fall. That point after attempt is no good. So now you're an 8-point game. Minute 55 left on the clock. Watchdogs are going to get the ball. We look an onside kick here. Probably.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's going to come down to this onside kick. I was looking at the scoreboard to see how many timeouts were left for each team.
Yeah, I don't think our board doesn't show timeouts left.
I got to believe that they only They've only got one, I think.
Okay.
So you really can't kick it deep because the way Frederick's running, the offensive line has wore down the defensive line for the Flyers. You're probably not going to get the ball back here. One opportunity is going to be this onside kick right here.
Yeah, so we assume that's what's coming. Let's see what the coaching staff on the Watchdog side is doing. I see like Seth James in there. I'm just trying to see if there's some hands guys right there. Gavin Valder. Who else have we got? Yeah, Seth James right in the front of that 82. He's the one in that fourth down play where the Watchdogs extended it and finally got that score. James is the one that they threw it to.
One of the new big things to do is the pooch kick. Put it up in the air. If you're the Watchdogs and they pooch this, you want to fair catch it because then you have every opportunity to catch it without being hit.
So the Watchdogs have 5 guys just past the 50 and another 4 on the 40. They get it bouncing. It's coming right to a big guy.
Hands.
Good hands. Look at that guy.
I guarantee you his heart was just pouncing out of his chest as that one come right at him.
Yeah, we're just scrolling through here. That was 75, Cooper Nelson. Cooper is he's a sophomore, 6'1", 225 pounds. Cooper, pretty decent basketball player. He works that low post pretty well. So I see him working a lot in the gym in the summertime. Again, kind of fielding balls in. So not a surprise that he was able to grab that in for a pretty good-sized man.
Oh, man.
Ball did get free. Van Otterloo kind of got caught up in his own ankles. But I believe he did recover it. So
that's where you just want to take the knee. You're going to, if you take the knee, that you're going to get they'd get the ball back with 10 seconds left. You remember the old New York Giants Philadelphia Eagle play? The game was, instead of taking a knee, the Eagles fumbled it. The Giants run it in for the touchdown and win it. I hate to see that.
Yeah, so clock running here, minute 25, Beresford 20, Flyers 12, so 8-point game. Van Otterloo back under center. Going to put it in the senior's hands, but huge defensive play there.
Oh,
see him standing over top of him. That could easily be a taunting call.
Yeah, fans wanted it too down below us. It was a great stick. Number 2 for the Flyers came free. It was a beautiful tackle, but you can't stand up and you can't showboat.
Yeah, that was Colby Peters. Again, not calling him out, just saying that's who had the great defensive play.
Right.
And we're going to recognize that great defensive play. But he's good opportunity for a learning opportunity there.
Let's keep it here real quick. Go back to that onside. If you're Flandreau, that's damn near a perfect onside kick.
You know what?
You just had the hands guy at the end of it.
Yeah, they got 2 little bounces and then the one big one that you want. And, they're looking at that front line. They had it targeted to go down to to Nelson. And he just comes up with the big play there for the sophomore. But, great kick on a soft field.
Only a sophomore? I guarantee you that heart was just popping out of his chest as that ball took that hop.
Yes. His dad is also one of our coaches, so his dad's right on the sideline next to him, I'm sure, probably yelling at him, grab that thing. Okay, Van Otterloo back under center, minute 12 on the clock, Stennon in motion. That's Frederick up the middle. Gain of about 3, and we see a timeout called on the far side by the Flandreau coaching staff.
So Flyers had 2 actually remaining.
Yeah. So where are we at? We're 4th and 11. Now the Watchdogs, I'll tell you, Jody, we had one blocked in Canton that fell right into Canton's hands, and they scored a touchdown off of it after the return right down the goal line. We had a tough one blocked in Winter that they returned for almost a touchdown, or did return it for a touchdown.
Nope, didn't quite get there.
Didn't quite get there.
Right.
And then we've had one blocked tonight. So this is an area for the Watchdogs where there's got to be a little concern because we have seen some blocked punts so far this season.
One of the things that the coaches are talking to the kids about, as soon as the ball is snapped, step down. There's going to be somebody's going to have 2 lined up on them. One's going to break out and one's going to break in. Forget the guy that's breaking out. You got to step down. You got to seal everything up. If anybody's going to block it, it's got to come from the edge. You got to protect the middle here if you're part of that offensive line.
All right, so big 4th down. Again, Van Otterloo back in punt formation, back deep for the Flyers is number 7. He's been the return man, Ethan Hoffman. We talked about him as a senior. Good-sized athlete. Oh, no, that punt goes straight in the air. And way out of bounds. It just shanked off the side of his foot.
Protection was there, though.
Yeah.
That's just rushing it, maybe, after having a couple blocks, as we were talking about the previous games. He knows he's got to get it off quick, and sometimes you'll just put it off the side of the foot.
Yeah. So let's kind of reset the stage here. We're in Beresford territory. Flyers are going to get the ball 1st and 10 from the Watchdog 48. They're down by 8. It's 20-12. Beresford leads, and there are 62 seconds on the clock.
Yep, plenty of time. That was the absolute perfect scenario for the Flyers. A shanked punt.
Yeah.
Good pass rush.
Here comes Aaron Larson. Forced the pass earlier than he wanted to throw it. He ended up throwing it at the feet of Ethan Hoffman. But that's the senior king, Aaron Larson, bringing the pressure from the defensive front.
Yeah, that left defensive end. I think he's playing defensive end over there. He got into the offensive tackle, got in on his shoulder pads, was able to read the direction of the quarterback, chuck him, get out there and put pressure on him. Got to have that kind of a rush here the next 3 plays.
So we've got Larson, Shirk, and Tadlock kind of on that defensive front, the 4 that we're probably going to see some pressure out of. Back deep, Goblish and Van Otterloo. So 2 great athletes that are tall and long and have good athleticism, kind of covering those deep halves back there. Oh, picked off. Tipped by the receiver, but that's picked off by, that's number 24. That Robert Watkins.
And that's it. That's a sealer.
Couldn't happen to a nicer kid. Robert Watkins, great young man, number 24. He's a junior for us, 5'10", 165 pounds. I had the pleasure of watching him last season as a wrestler and get to see him a little bit up close. What a nice, respectable young man. I couldn't be more happy for him.
Awesome. And Flandreau ran that quick route. It wasn't a screen, but it was a quick route over the middle. The hot pass. Going to be taken for the game ender.
Yeah, just off the back shoulder. Now, we're going to let this clock go here, Jody. Again, I appreciate all the work that you and your team put in to help us get up and going tonight. I appreciate you making the trip from Winter to Beresford to see this thing get going and guide us as we try to recreate what is our Watchdog viewing experience here for our fans. So.
Well, by the looks of it, you're off to a good start tonight. I got to tell you, you guys were decisive, made the decision, reacted quickly. My team, you reference my team, I reference your team, from you to Renee to now Gavin, Mr. Soros.
Storo, yeah.
I get the last name wrong every time.
Yeah, no, you're good. Matt Storo, we're looking for some of his technology classes to kind of be a player in this as we evolve. So.
He's got some great ideas. I look forward to watching to see how this is going to evolve.
All right, so that's a final here in Beresford. Again, Big East Conference matchup. Watchdogs pull off the homecoming victory here, move on their schedule or their record 3-1, the only loss against a very good Winter team. And now the Watchdogs look ahead to next week, and that'll be the Lennox Orioles.
They're a pretty good team. I've watched them play Vermilion, watched them play Canton. That's going to be a good contest, typical rivalry, regional rivalry. I'm sure there's a little bit of a back and forth. That would be my guess. That'll be a fun game. Lennox likes to spread it out, just like Flandreau does. They're not quite as big as I believe the Watchdogs are. That should be a really good contest. Like where the Watchdogs are going. I mean, I wanted to get a chance to reference the dream season last year, the most incredible play of the season in all of South Dakota, the long touchdown.
Big touchdown up at Mount Vernon Plankinton.
Yes.
Yeah, it really was a dream season for the Watchdogs last year, and of course they fall short against that last game in the rematch against Bridgewater Emory Ethan.
These kids are playing like there's unfinished business.
Yeah, that's the feeling I think that they kind of came back with, is they lost some senior leadership, but those juniors kind of brought this forward and said this is our year. And when I first came to Beresford over 20 years ago, we were playing some 11A football, and we were playing, the Del Rapids and the Lennoxes, and of course Dakota Valley has grown a little bit. But I'm pretty excited now to kind of be in a position to kind of come back and go travel to Lennox. We haven't been there in a long time. So.
There's a lot of good things happening here. There's a lot of confidence. There's a lot of energy with this team. they're figuring it out. I like 11A football. Better watch out for the Watchdogs.
Yeah, it's tight at the top. I mean, just look at the teams kind of ranked there, and it's anybody's game, I think, and we'll kind of see where the season takes us.
You're bringing up a great point. I've been looking at the scores tonight as they've been unfolding. I think there's a lot of parity in 11A this year, and any one of the top 4 or 5 teams can just punch through. It's going to be the mental focus, the drive, the fortitude, and once you get into the playoffs, you guys have been there. You get through the quarters, get to the semis. Like last year, you've been there. You felt the bad side of it. BEE winning that game. It was a game I thought the Watchdogs were going to win for the record. And now comes that final drive. These kids, they have a mission. I hope they get it.
Yeah. All right, Jody, we're going to sign off here. But, again, to the team that kind of put the production together tonight, everybody that's made us get to this point, thank you. Viewers, again, we appreciate you kind of jumping on with us and giving this our first go here at Live Tickets. So, Jody, again, thanks for everything.
It's been my pleasure.
Have a good trip back to Winter, and we'll stay in contact as we kind of evolve throughout the season. So,
very good, Jared.
All right, thank you.
Good night, all.